Is the Ford Focus RS the best looking hatchback? I think so. But if they make a new one, is it going to be just as good? There's rumor that Ford is going to release a new Ford Focus RS 10 years after they released the last one and 24 years after they released the first one. So where did it all start? Ford didn't invent the hot hatch, but when they brought it out in 2002, it felt like they perfected it. It wasn't just a Focus with a big wing. Ford's special vehicle team went crazy designing with rally-inspired engineering. So let's start with the first one, the 2002 Ford Focus RS Mark I. They only made 4,501 units and it was only sold in Europe. It had a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that made 212 horsepower. It was built with OZ racing wheels, Brembo brakes, and a limited slip diff. It looked aggressive with wide arches, RWC inspired bumper, bright imperial blue paint, and I mean, it was a rally car that had a corporate 9-to-5 job. Then, after 7 years, Ford brought back the RS. The 2009 Ford Focus RS Mark II. This one quit its corporate 9-to-5 job. It was grittier, it was tougher, it was crazier. It had a 2.5-liter turbo 5-cylinder engine from Volvo that gave it 301 horsepower. Just like the Mark I, the Mark II was front-wheel drive, but unlike the Mark I, the Mark II was louder. It had bigger wheel arches, a bigger wing, and brighter colors. Ford wanted people to forget how bad the economy was, so they made this up-in-your-face kind of car. And that's exactly what the 2009 RS was. Then we got the last RS, the 2016 Ford Focus RS Mark III. It was the first global RS, which means America finally got one. It had a 2.3-liter EcoBoost turbo that made 350 horsepower. But even better, it had all-wheel drive with torque vectoring. Even out of the factory, it could drift. It literally had a drift mode. It was a manual-only hatchback with all-wheel drive and 350 horsepower, all for under $40,000. It was one of the best things to happen for the car enthusiasts. However, in 2018, they stopped production. Not only did they stop production, but they hinted at they may never make an RS again. There are rumors that Ford is going to revive the Focus RS in 2026, 8 years after they ended production. If Ford does bring back the RS, what should we expect? Because it might look nothing like the one you remember. Ford hasn't revealed much, but the industry hints toward a very different RS. The old 2.3 EcoBoost engine won't cut it because emissions are much more strict. Rumors point toward a hybrid turbo 4-cylinder engine somewhere in the range of 360 to 420 horsepower. Think electric assist with instant torque, similar to how hot hatches like the AMG A45 and the new Golf R are evolving. All-wheel drive is almost guaranteed. The Mark III showed the world that all-wheel drive made the RS a monster, and there's no way Ford would go back to front-wheel drive. The looks will likely be similar to the Mark III, but with a modern touch of more angles and sharper and more aerodynamic. If they go the EcoBoost route again, expect a large functional grille in the front because that EcoBoost needs a lot of cooling. Most likely wider arches and hopefully a big wing to bring back that iconic RS silhouette. But here's the big question. Will it be manual? Probably not. Ford will almost definitely push a fast tool clutch, which I hope I'm wrong. Price-wise, realistically, it's not going to be under $40,000. In fact, it's probably going to be more than $50,000. With all these speculations and nothing for certain yet, if we got a new RS, would it be better than the old ones? The Focus RS has always been a character. The Mark I was raw, the Mark II was wild, and the Mark III was technical brilliance. A hybrid RS, if Ford actually makes it, might be the quickest, best handling one yet. But the question is, will it still have a soul? Will it still give you that angry rally car feeling that the RS badge is known for? Personally, if Ford keeps it all-wheel drive with a manual option and brings back that aggressive styling, I think it could be the best one we've ever seen. But if they go the route the rest of the world is going, into more calm, electric, quiet cars, then unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be very good. So, if this RS ever comes out, would I buy one? Let's go over to the buy board and take a look. The buy board. Would I buy a new Ford Focus RS? Well, if Ford keeps the Focus RS aspects that we all love, the all-wheel drive, the grit and power, and definitely the looks, then absolutely. But unfortunately, we don't know yet if they're actually going to make a new one. Right now, it's all rumors. And I apologize if I made it sound like it was confirmed in last episode. Unfortunately, the article I read probably wasn't true. But that doesn't matter. We still have to put a car on the buy board. So I grabbed the Focus RS Mark III. Would I buy the Focus RS Mark III? Well, let's look at first what we have on the buy board so far. We have the Ferrari F80, 1200 horsepower, super cool hypercar. That's a pass, right? Too expensive, $4 million, buy other cars. We got the ID Buzz. Honestly, it's just impractical. It looks cool, but come on. Slate truck, you know, they may have lied to us and it's probably gonna be more than $20,000, but that's okay. Everyone lies sometimes. And then the Toyota Prius, right? Both of them are buys. The Toyota Prius, honestly, is just a cool car now. Not much else to say about it. So that leaves us with the Ford Focus RS Mark III. Where does that go, right? It's a fully internal combustion powertrain. It's got 350 horsepower, all-wheel drive. It looks super cool. It's a buy. There's nothing else to say about it. It's a buy, and it's the best buy we've had so far. It's the one that I would actually probably buy with my own personal money if I had any money. Speaking of, the reason it's cut out so poorly is because the production company had to sell the pair of scissors we have just to get some more paper so we can print out more cars for you guys, of course. That ends today's episode. Next episode, we're going to talk about a car that came out in 2022 that has a 6-liter V12 engine from Mercedes-AMG. Do you know what it is?